What is going on, everybody? I am back with a brand new field test video with a disc that just dropped today, May 1st, and that is the OTB Eclipse Drift, a disc that I have never thrown before, but I'm very excited to throw it because the drift comes in at 7.5-2.1, which happens to be the flight numbers of one of my favorite discs, the Leopard 3. We also have a Fission Rhythm to compare it to, and last but not least, I brought an Eclipse Crave, which I believe 6.5, 5, -1.1 if I'm remembering correctly. All these flight numbers will be up on the screen in case I messed up. I don't think I did. Strictly off of hand feel, this drift feels great, nice and flat, which I feel like a lot of MVP or Streamline, Axiom, those brands, I feel like they have a lot of really flat discs, at least ones that I have reviewed in the past. If you've been on the channel, you know we're gonna start out with some flat shots, compare them that way, and then we'll move on into some hyzers and anhyzers. We'll start with this drift first, see how she flies. I definitely like the hand feel of this thing, like I said before. Ooh, a little bit of stability to it. Nice and straight to that nice stable fade though. Got the rhythm next. Got a little bit of turn out of that one. Maybe threw it a little bit harder. Put that on a little bit of anhyzer. All in all, pretty straight though. Then we got this Crave, just for reference, a little bit slower, half a speed lower. I don't know if that really matters or not. I think it feels really similar to the drift though. Nice and flat again. Got that low profile rim. Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe a slight flip up, kind of put it on a tad bit of hyzer, not a lot though. I'll go get those and throw them one more time and try to put a little bit more power behind them on that flat release. Like I said, some of those came out on a little bit of hyzer, some of them came out on a little bit of anhyzer. So we'll try to fix that with a little bit more power and see if we can get that drift to ride right. Watching those throws back, I noticed the drift, that first throw, was a little nose up, so I'm working to get that nose down this time and driven, kind of like a line drive in baseball. There we go. Oh, that's butter. That's butter. Yeah, that's thrown a little bit better. Definitely more of a line drive, slightly more nose down, and it's so straight until the very end. I like that. Ah, got it on a little bit of hyzer. Small hyzer, just kind of rides it. That's a little bit better. Very similar flights here, from what I can tell and how well I can hit my angles. Obviously my angles aren't perfect. That's the reason I'm an amateur and a human being, I guess. All right, so far, you know, couple throws. Some of those came out on some baby hyzer, not a lot of hyzer, but definitely a little bit of hyzer. Some of those came out a little flatter, but overall, we can kind of tell most of these discs, if they come out on a baby hyzer, they kind of flip up. Now, I noticed the Halo Leopard 3, it kind of just rode hyzer the whole time. That last throw, maybe on a hyzer like this, and it kind of just pushed the entire time. The other three here, though, it seems like kind of flip up to flat. Let's try to prove that and throw some hyzer flips this time. So trying to actually start these on hyzer and watch the disc flip up to flat. Oh my. So flipped up to flat and just went straight until the end. That wasn't understable enough to actually turn over off of hyzer. See, we got a little bit of turn out of that one. It kind of just rode that. That's beautiful too though. So it almost got all the way up to flat. Well, not quite. There was a minor flip up out of there, but I don't think we got it as flat as the other two, obviously. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I pulled that. If I didn't pull it, that would be directly in front of me. Very straight. All right guys, let's end this video off with a few anhyzer shots. I moved to the left side of this football field just so we can try to work these from left to right. Starting with the drift, let's see if we can throw any decent anhyzer shots. Sometimes they don't go as planned. That's the drift right there. It's gonna even pan out of that. That's a really good backhand turnover. If only I could throw that on the course. I like that a lot. Now the fission rhythm seems to be a little less stable than the drift. We'll try to give it that same angle, same power, and I feel like this one won't come out of it. Maybe it lands flat. Oh, I'm not that good. That's usually what happens when I throw anhyzers. Similar to the drift, but you can see it panning out a lot sooner. I didn't get that on as much anhyzer. Sorry about that, my camera died mid-flight of the Leopard 3, but it wasn't a really good shot anyway. We're gonna give these one more toss on the anti-angle and wrap this video up. Honestly, if I can get that same flight out of the drift, I'd be really happy about it. I threw it too low that time. You know, I kind of wish I didn't have to throw annies for these reviews. I'm so bad at it. Let's go Crave next. There's the Crave. That time I put on a lot more anhyzer than the first time, so it had no chance of getting out of it. I think this rhythm could be the best on a turnover. If I can put it on the right angle, I think this thing will just hold over. See if it holds it. It's really high. Wow. With how high I threw that, I'm surprised it held. But it's definitely the most understable of the discs that we have. Not by a lot, but you can kind of tell just with the hyzer flips and when we were trying to get them out flat. There we go, maybe. Yeah, that'll hold it. But I feel like if that was as high as that rhythm, I think it would have panned out of it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for my video of the new OTB Drift. Like I said, these things dropped today, so make sure you go pick them up at discgolfdealsusa.com. Use code MAXS10 or hit that link down in my bio when you go to purchase. Seems like a really solid disc. Like I said, this is my first time throwing a drift. It was a bit more stable than I thought it would be. Maybe that's due to the Eclipse plastic. I use drift to explain like a turnover when a disc drifts right. This thing though, it doesn't really do that. It's pretty straight. Kind of has a little flip up out of it, but all in all, a straight flyer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.